Have you been doing it? Have you been studying? Have you been analyzing yourself? Do you know you're worthy? Do you know you're at the right spot? You're at the Better Half Wifey Academy. If your mother never taught you how to be a wife, if your grandmother never taught you how to be a wife, you are in the right spot, where we do the deep dive, looking into the mirror and being accountable. Yes, accountable, the kryptonite of womanhood, accountable for who we are, but more so who we are going to be. I'm glad that you're here. Ladies and gentlemen. Gentlemen, you're in the right spot if you're trying to cultivate you a nice little honey. And ladies, you are in the correct spot if you are trying to cultivate the skills that's going to attract you a man. Today we have a different approach, ladies. We have a story. It is a story time, yes. So make sure that you have what you need, for we are going to embark on a concept that I hope you understand. And of course, it's survivorship bias. But we're going to deep dive into what survivorship bias is and the man who presented us with the theory and saved countless lives. It's time to be cold. It's time to be analytical. And it's time for us to remove our emotions from the equation. We need to focus on the formula. You can look up right now, survivorship bias, and it's going to tell you about a mathematician scientist who was working and designing aircraft during World War II. His name was Abraham Wald. He had a specialized and specific job, of course, reinforcing airplanes and aircrafts that came back damaged from overseas. But he didn't just do his job. He took things one step further. Walt realized that the returning planes that survived were planes that could take the damage and still survive. They could still fly. They could still return back home. He wanted to take a look from a different angle. His colleagues suggested that he would reinforce the planes where the damage was hit. But Walt, he took a different angle. He looked at the engine. He looked at the cockpit. He saw that they had took the least amount of damage. Knowing that they had took the least amount of damage, Wald argued that those planes needed to be reinforced in the places that took the least amount of damage, especially if those planes that took the damage were still flyable. Walt stated that the reinforcement to the planes that took the less damage needed to happen in the areas of the cockpit and in the engine, for if they were hit, the damage would be catastrophically fatal. By him reinforcing the engine in the cockpit, he was able to save countless lives, not by analyzing what was seen, but by analyzing what wasn't seen. By him doing this and seeing the potential hazards from the previous destroyed but not destroyed planes, he was able to reassess the damage and save thousands of men who were able to go home to their wives. Life is too short. Ladies, have we done a deep dive and analysis to assess not only the damage that is seen, but the damage that is unseen? We have all been through multiple different things in our lives, traumas. I don't even want to have to think of the other atrocities. But now it's our time to get it together. We can no longer rely on tarot cards, alcohol, social gatherings, crystals, and even meditation for us to do the inner work which is necessary. It's time for us to reinforce our engines and cockpit. You cannot do this in a group. You cannot do this with men. You cannot do this with your friends, even though you love them. This is something, a journey that you have to do on your own. This is your inner journey. Reinforcement. You have to treat yourself as the survivor. You already understand that pretty girls are not going to just get chosen for being wives, that beauty isn't enough, that sometimes even strategy isn't enough. Sometimes you have to remove yourself from the situation and look at the data that's not there. There's ways and individuals who are there to help you, and I've already given you the instruments to do it. But if you are looking for one-on-one treatment and one-on-one retreatment, then come on down to the Better Half Wifey Academy treatment. I'm actually going to switch it up for you. 4 days might be too long, so I'm going to shorten it down to 1 or 2 days. This is a immersive, resetting, clarity program. We have them virtually and we also have them in person at a luxury Houghton. So if you're interested in transforming, surviving, growing, building, leading, and having a legacy, then make sure you go to the BetterHalfWifeyAcademy.com and you sign up for the application. Many are called, but only few are chosen. And like I stated before, not everybody was given the tools or the skills to be a wife, but you will get them here. I hope you ladies are ready to pack a bag and get pretty, and I'll see you at the luxury resort, at the luxury retreat, where we are going to do not just cooking and cleaning and talking woman stuff, but we're also going to be managing our households and doing the deep dives and inner work to get us back on track, to get us closer to being that better half. Make sure you like and subscribe.